Hey, Crystal, how are you? Wait, can I hear you or not? Can you hear me? Oh, Dove, unmute would be good, right? Yay, unmute would be awesome. How are you, girl?
I am good. How's it going? I'm excited for today.
I am excited for today myself. Hello, because I was just thinking about this the entire night last night, and I was saying, you know what? Today we're gonna be hosting a guest that actually would match my 200 miles per hour, and I'm afraid that we might explode and combust on screen.
Yes.
Right?
And I'll just be sitting here giggling.
Anyways, I just wanted to say welcome to all of you who are watching the Momentum Tribe Mojo for the first time. And if you're wondering what the show is all about, well, we're all about helping you create the momentum. Oh, before I go on and start gabbing, let me just say hello to all of you out there and just introduce you, my co-host right here, Miss let me just unfocus the screen. Miss Crystal Horton. If you don't know, she has been with us. Woohoo! She has been with us on the show for, I think, how many weeks now?
Been about three weeks.
Wow! And this is her last sit-in for Miss Kenya Halliburton. This is going to be cool because we're going to rock this out, right, Crystal?
Oh,
this
yeah.
It's going to be a great show. Great show. For some of you who don't know who we are, we're all about helping you create your momentum. What is it? Built constant momentum to help you get from where you are today to where you need to be. And then not only creating momentum, right, Crystal?
Yes.
We also want you to actually create action steps and then take action. Because without that, you ain't gonna go anywhere, right, Crystal? Yes. She knows
Get
this.
out there and do.
Get on with it, people. Anyways, I just wanted to, this is Crystal, my co-host, and Crystal, do a quick intro of who you are so that our viewers will get to know a little bit more about you.
Sure. Hello, everyone. I am Crystal Horton. I am a mom of three, working mom of three. Woohoo! We have a show on Sundays. It's called The Winos, where my friend and I have conversational show about being baseball moms and owning a business. So, woohoo!
Woohoo! You know what? If some of you don't know this, we met online through LinkedIn, and she told me this about 2 shows ago, and I was calculating then with my hands because she said, do you know we met 7 years ago? And I'm like, really? And we've never met in person. So this is how it is, people. The live streaming world. This is how we roll with the punches because we meet people online, also people, and then we go like, hey, do you want to work together? And we go like, yeah. Let's collaborate. Anyways, very excited about our topic today, right, Crystal? Because we're going to have a show in this episode. We're going to be talking to our guest, who is Owen Video, and we're going to talk about how to start a YouTube channel for your business. For some of you who probably are just starting out with video marketing and you go like, you know what, where do I start with YouTube channel? Do you have a YouTube channel, Crystal?
Yes, I do, but I have a lot of questions.
I'm sure. So I'm just going to give a little bit of an intro of who Owen Video is. So as you can look at the screen, Owen Video, you can find him at biztubeacademy.com. So as you can see, Owen Video is a YouTube marketing consultant. He has made over 1,000 videos for the web. Wow, 1,000. Okay. And has a YouTube channel with more than 1 million minutes of watch time. Having recently defeated cancer in the same year he doubled his business. This is awesome story, people. Yes. Owen is uniquely qualified to show you the pathway for making money with online video, no matter what stage of business you're in. And I say, boom. And this is the beauty of this, this guest today. I actually connected with him. Do you believe this, Crystal? People come into your lives for a reason?
Yes, I do.
No coincidence, right? You all agree? So, I met Owen through the grapevine live streaming, and I heard about his story, which he was very open about sharing also using videos. And I did too with my own cancer journey. So that was like, oh my God, kindred spirit right over there.
Yes.
So I had to get him on my show, people. And then I realized he does have more than 200 miles per hour kind of energy. So I'm like, we are going to need to have him on the show. So we're having him here today. So we're on it. Whoop, whoop. But before we get started, for all of you who are out there watching, and you're saying, what is this show about? If you're on Facebook, can you please go ahead and share this out, because we want to make sure all your fans and friends and your followers, whoever that you work with, collaborate with, whoever wants to learn about video marketing, this is the place to be right now, live, and send in your comments. If you would like to join me, Crystal, and Owen in the livecast broad room, go to www.momentumtribe.live, because we are here live chatting. Yeah. All right, people, time for our guests. And here's Owen. Whoop, whoop. Hello, Owen.
It's good to be here today.
I knew he was gonna pull something like that, because
I was looking for my afro. I have an afro.
Oh no.
And I have like a whole costume pile over here. So I'm over here last minute. I'm like, oh, she's giving me this huge intro. I have to kind of like do a pattern disrupt or something. An afro wig or something. But no, I just decided to do something a little bit silly. Thanks so much, Crystal and Zeph, for having me on the show. I'm so excited to be here. You could say that I'm like a cow in tall grass. I'm utterly tickled to be here.
You know, we are humble and honored that you're here with us today. And the fact that you did that stint in the beginning, I love that, because I said sometimes people tell me, Zaf, you just take a chill pill, okay? Take a chill pill right now, because we can't handle that energy, because you're going to make us all combust into fire. And I'm like, oh, you've not met Owen yet.
No.
Absolutely true. And you know what? Like you can't tone it down to make other people comfortable. You know, you have to stay in your lane. And it's like Willy Wonka says, we are the music makers and we are the dreamers of the dreams. You know, I can't even tell you how many times a person has said, Owen, you inspire me. I get that a lot. And every time I hear it, I kind of in my own head, I go, no, I don't. Like, you were already inspired. And then I just said something that kind of you relate to, but it is such an honor and a privilege to hear those words, because I started thinking literally this last week, I said, what if people really do get inspired by my energy and by the momentum I bring to the table? And so I almost feel an obligation to give it my best, whether it's your show, my show, or a show I've never even heard of before. There are people out there that are sick and tired and bored of their lives.
Oh my God, so true.
More out there. There is more out there for you. You were not meant to pay bills and die. And so if there's anything that I could encourage you today, is that there is more, and it's within your reach, and you can grab it. So I'm excited to be on the show and to bring that energy to it today.
Yeah.
Mic drop. I wish I could do that. Mic drop. Anyways, before we even get started, I know you and I kind of met through live streaming, and then we kind of found out that we had similar story. Here's what I think, and to what you just said there, Owen, is this. I feel that this is where some of my friends, people in my own close circle have said this to me, and they say, probably jokingly, of course, they say probably, you were given this gift of this cancer journey because, you have the energy, because we know that you're going to bump up coming back from this, you're going to go running. And just like the introduction, I read out about you doubled your business in the same year you had cancer. Hello. And I did the same thing. And it's just mind-boggling. Sometimes your inspiration and your gifts come in different packages, but you don't get to choose them. But there's a reason why. I'm having goosies. That's the reason why you were gifted with that gift. And whenever I say gift of cancer, people look at me like, really? I'm like, trust me, it was a gift, because now I see clearly where I should take this story forward. And I think you've done the same with yours, Owen.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And I think that from the cancer survivors that I've spoken to, and I actually really don't even prefer that term. I like the term cancer crushers, because that's what we do. It's not like, you say survivor and you come back all battered and weak. And
I love cancer victor. I've always used that word victor, and people never,
So, the people that I've met that have defeated cancer have largely, I can't even think of one person who has said that it wasn't a gift in some way, shape, or form. Now, I don't want to get I don't want to over spiritualize it either. At the same time, we live in a broken, fallen world, and cancer is a thing that happens, just like the cold, the flu, and thieves. It's part of our world, and you can do with it as you please. That's how powerful we are as individuals, is you can do with it as you please. And those of us that decided to crush it and use that story to inspire others, it does come out as a gift. For me personally, I learned how to love my wife more effectively. I got to see my wife. You know, it's like we had a bad marriage. We've always had a good marriage, but I learned a certain level of patience. I got to see this other side to life. And all of a sudden, you know, the dishes not being done, the laundry not being done, like those things just didn't matter. Perspective. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Another thing that I learned was, and this is a skill that's still with me, and this is why I'm invited to speak oftentimes, and this is what my YouTube channel is about, is I learned how to be more productive. You know, with chemotherapy, you know, I had like 2 weeks on or 2 weeks off and 1 week on. And I had, you know, I was in the chair for 4 hours on Mondays. And, you know, I only had so much time to do my work. So I learned how to kind of cram my schedule into these reasonable time chunks where I was able to double my business. You know, my revenue doubled in that time period. And that was because of the skills that I learned through the chemotherapy process.
Oh yeah, that will give you some kind of perspective, and everything else is just like, okay, I can do this. Well, Owen, I'm so glad that you have shared your story and continue to share that story, because I think there's power to the story, and there's a reason why we've all been given certain experiences in our lives because we're supposed to pay for it. Anyways, let's get started with this topic. I'm so excited. I'm like, how to start a YouTube channel for business. Not that I don't have one. I want to know more. And I'm sure some of you out there who are just starting with the video marketing, especially with this crazy live videos that are happening, this trend, and you'll be like, okay, now where do I put, you know, my videos after I'm done? So if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, this is where we're going to get started. So my first question for you, Owen, is really about, because this is for everyone who's thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Where does one start with video marketing, number one, and why YouTube instead of having videos on website? And if you could explain a little bit of the benefits, because I know somebody's going to ask something like, okay, why YouTube channel? Why can't I put it on my website? And is there a difference? Why? So if you can explain that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, you know, I think that the question of whether they should go on YouTube or your website is a good question, but keep in mind that your website, unless you're going to be uploading directly to your server, you're just going to be eating up memory. That's going to slow your computer down. It's going to slow your load time of your computer down, and that in turn will slow down your ability to rank on Google. So it's a very bad idea to upload videos directly to your website for multiple different reasons, as I've just discussed. Now, what you can do is you can upload to YouTube and then embed through your website using your WordPress media server or Wix or Weebly or whatever, you know, godforsaken system that you're using. We're big WordPress advocates over here. Weebly and Wix, they've got some problems with, they're going to be harder to rank and things like that. But having a website's a good thing. Now, in terms of getting started on YouTube, if you're going to get started on YouTube, you have to think like a YouTuber. You have got to be in a place where you are building videos for YouTube that are going to be engaging for a YouTube audience, right? The wrong way to go about that is, hey, I'm going to just throw up all my videos on YouTube and then have people watch them through my website. It's simply not going to happen that way. Think about it like this. There's 1.5 billion people using YouTube, and how many real website, you know, hits are you getting every month, right? Nowhere even close to that. So you've got to be where the video watchers are, and that's on YouTube. So I want you to think about YouTube in terms of the P3 content strategy, okay? The P3 content strategy. That's platform, people, and purpose. You've got to think in terms of the platform. What is happening on YouTube, and what type of content are people engaging with on YouTube? You know, if you're on YouTube, you have got to put energy into your production value. This is not a place for your portrait style mobile live, you know, video. Oh, hey, I'm going to do a quick little thingy on the way to the thingy, right? That's not what YouTubers are tuning in for. YouTubers expect a certain amount of production value. That doesn't mean going overboard. But they mean a certain amount of forethought went into the process. YouTube is a place for comments. YouTube is a place for community. And so you've got to learn how YouTube how YouTubers interact, and then start building a plan for that platform. Too often we see people kind of using YouTube as a dump for all of their, they dump all their other content there. I'm working on this with a client right now, very big client. They provide power to the Eastern Seaboard. Let's just put it that way. And they're dumping all of their company picnics. They're dumping all of their like internal training on. I've got my brother-in-law is literally topless outside of my window here trying to make me laugh. And it's not going to happen today, sir. It will not happen today.
I love that you're saying that. That's just funny. And I think you're absolutely right. You said platform, people, and what was the third P?
Yeah, platform, people, and purpose. So number 2 is the people. Who are the people that you're trying to serve on YouTube? Are you reaching out to the teeny bopper crowd, the millennial or the Gen, I don't know what they're called, the Gen X or whatever crowd? Are you reaching out to business professionals? And business professionals are largely accessing YouTube. Now, oftentimes they're accessing YouTube through blog embeds on third-party sites. They don't even know they're watching YouTube. In fact, if you ask, it's funny, there's people of a certain age demographic, older than all of us on the call here today. If you ask them if they're accessing YouTube, they'll say no. But then if you look at their blog history, their website history, they're accessing video on third-party sites like Business Insiders. And they don't even realize these videos have been embedded and then shown through their websites. So you've got to know who the people are and make videos for those people. If you're attacking business professionals, right? If you're going after targeting business professionals, then be a business professional on YouTube. You don't have to be a teeny bopper on YouTube trying to speak to business professionals. And that third is purpose. Is your video needs to have a targeted goal. Is your goal to build subscribers? Then do that. Is your goal to drive traffic to your website? Then do that. Is your goal to just get views and to go viral and to rank? Then do that. Too oftentimes we see people that are like, hey, thank you for watching. Be sure to click on my website. Be sure to join my business. Be sure to share this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. And there's like 5 different, calls to action. And when we're confused, what do we do? Nothing.
I love that you mentioned that call to action thing. That is so true. What is it that you want me to do? 5 different things or one thing? I'm about to throw up here. Where am I pointing? Where am I clicking? And I think that's absolutely right.
Way too much. Have one goal and then just live out that goal.
I love that. Thank you. So again, people, platform, people, and purpose. Boom, P3. And I think, Crystal, you have another question?
I do. I have a question. I have a lot of them, but I have one.
Yes.
What are your 3 basic recommendations to help organize our video content on YouTube?
Okay, so that's a great question. And I think that you have to think in terms of the playlist structure within YouTube. So your channel should be structured properly. And YouTube loves this. YouTube as a computer system, YouTube as an algorithm loves this. You need to have proper channel structure. And here's what that looks like. Your channel is a collection of playlists. Your playlists are a collection of videos, and your videos are a collection of targeted content with one specific goal. So, your channel, if your channel is going to be about mompreneur, that's what your channel's about. It's not about anything else. And you have to remember that, because the temptation's going to come to do something off topic. And you're like, oh, well, my audience will be okay with that. They're not. You could lose subscribers over that. But more importantly, you confuse the viewer. So your channel needs to be about one thing. And then you have a variety of playlists in that channel. So if you're talking about mompreneur, you could be talking about time budgeting. You could be talking about parental management. You could be talking about productivity. Create a list of all the different subtopics, and those will become your playlists. Then within that playlist, let's say you're talking about productivity. Inside that playlist, you're going to make videos that are all about mompreneurs plus productivity. And they're going to go inside that playlist, so that when a viewer comes to your channel, what they see is just like what they see on Hulu or Netflix when they go and they look up a show. They go and they look up the Goldbergs on Hulu, and what do they see? Season 1, Season 2, Season 3.
I love that you're saying this. I'm just like, I'm about to jump up and down because I understand structure and I understand the logistics of having structure. So thank you for saying that. Yes, yes, yes. So, yeah, sorry. I had to just like share that with you because I love that you mentioned structure, because I was like, I hope he talks about the playlist. I hope he talks about the structure. So what are the 3 things we talk about the structure, which is in the playlist format?
Yeah, I would say, okay, so playlisting, thumbnails, organize thumbnails according to the playlist. So, you know, you should be using a thumbnail structure, and those thumbnails should all sort of match within the playlist so that, you know, when you're on YouTube, you know, there are 16 different videos that appear on the side of that video, and you want to have your videos appear there with a matching color or a matching image so that your viewer goes, oh, she's got 6 other videos on this topic, and all of a sudden you become binge worthy.
Okay.
Right. So I would say thumbnails. And the next thing that I would say is your format. Your format should be the same across all of your videos. Think about a TV show, the TV show Friends, right? Imagine, and we're all part of that generation. So we were probably watching Friends when it was live or when it was, you know, broadcast on the air. Can you imagine tuning in Thursdays at 9:30 and all of a sudden there was a different Ross? Or Ross's character was no longer, he was more like Chandler, and Chandler was more like Ross. It wouldn't make
true.
What if all of a sudden, out of nowhere, without any announcement, Rachel no longer worked in a coffee shop, but she was an executive? It wouldn't make sense. We're like, wait a minute, last week this show was hilarious and now it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is what creators do all the time, especially business people. They will make one video and then they'll make their next video completely different. And they call it being creative. Really, it's being ineffective. You've got to create one format and duplicate that across all the videos in your playlist. If you want to change it up for next time, for the next playlist, that's something that you have the flexibility to do. But for the most part, you want to keep those things together for an entire playlist.
I love that you're talking about that. And those are the 3 people of a playlist structure, the thumbnails, and also the format. So I think that is, wow, this is like, we know what's coming. So my next question for you, to reciprocate what we just talked right here, because of the different content, say for instance, for me, yeah, I do need a lot of structure still, but I do different shows in different, you know, formats. So what is your suggestions on creating multiple YouTube channels? Like, you know, any suggestions, just because we have different formats and different, is that a good strategy?
You know, I think, okay, so the question is, what are your thoughts on multiple YouTube channels? Here's the big thing. I would rather that you go up a level and find out if there's a parent category that would fit all of those different channels or topics into one channel. Okay. That's really, I think, the better move. So if you're thinking, oh, I want to do productivity, but I also want to do nutrition, you've like recipes, you've got to ask yourself, is there a parent topic that can encompass both of those? And perhaps Mompreneur, Mommy Blogging does. You know, I'd have to get more into that topic. But if you're saying, I want to be doing, you know, sort of like my skateboarding videos, and then I want to be doing business advice, well, you've got like a couple options. You could do like the skateboarding business show, which I think could have a lot of value there. Or yeah, you would start two different channels. So, you know, I think the idea for you is that if you start 2 different channels, you've got this advantage of earning ad revenue on 2 different platforms, and there's a lot of value there. But you also have to think about your time investment. You know, that means doing research on 2 different topics, and is that really a good use of your time? If you don't have 20,000 subs, or if you don't have an internal process for getting your first 5,000, 10,000 subscribers, then it's probably best that you pick one channel right now and build out that channel, develop an internal process that you can duplicate over to your second channel. Otherwise, you're going to do what a lot of entrepreneurs do, or wantrepreneurs do, which is you're just going to be scatterbrained. You're never going to be productive. And then you're going to blame the webinar that you just watched. You know what I mean?
Boom! He said it. You heard it here on the Monday Time Mojo show. Boom!
Themselves, right? They go. Oh, I did 18 different things at once, but it wasn't my fault. It was this guy who told me to do it.
Right. Exactly. The same reason everybody says to everybody, right? Like, oh, it didn't work. It didn't work because, well, it didn't work because you didn't do the way we said you would do. You need to do, right? Hello. Right. And I think to what you just said, in a way, say, for instance, if it's a talent-based channel who does multiple shows, business shows, then it would be great if we could do playlists as a category and then just structure it that way. Would that be good as a start?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
So, for instance, it's the channel is personality-based who does different shows, different business shows, right? For instance, like me. So, would you recommend like doing playlists to say, hey, this is the playlist for this? Okay, great.
That's what I do, right? So I have Monday Night Live, and I'm live on YouTube and Facebook. Right. On Wednesdays, I have a targeted upload designed for video marketing tips. On Thursday, we have the Business of Video podcast. The video version goes up. And then on Friday, we're launching a new show called Fast and Furious. And Fast and Furious is going to be on my mobile device doing a tip, a YouTube or marketing tip using only my phone. So yes, you can have multiple shows on your channel, just like Channel 2 has multiple shows on their channel.
Right, exactly. So it actually says, hey, this show is about this. It's just like, hey, maybe it's The Friends, or Tuesday, this is the playlist for this. And I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And I think we have a few more minutes for your last question there, Crystal.
Yes, Owen. So how do we promote our channel and how do we measure its success?
In the simplicity of it all.
That's the money question, right? Is how, how do we get people to watch it and become super famous? I think that you have to, it goes back to platform, people, purpose, right? Like how does the platform measure success, and what are the metrics that YouTube gives you? They're going to give you watch time, retention. They're going to give you social shares, but only shares that happen on inside the platform. If someone copies your link and then shares it on Facebook, YouTube can't measure that. So that would, that's something to consider. I think the big metrics to look at are your subscribers, your views. How many views per month are you getting? And what is your average watch time? What's your retention, right? Because here's the deal. If you're getting 1,000 views on your channel per month, which my good buddy Jarhead 6, he's got 3 different channels in his household. His wife's channel just hit 1,000 views a day, and they have an average watch time of 2 minutes. Well, now we've got 2,000 minutes of our channel being watched every single day. Those are numbers you can take to advertisers.
Yeah.
Okay. So on top of that, you can see your subscribers. You say, I got 20,000 subs. And so now you've got a number that you can take to brands, to companies, to event planners, and say, look, I got 10,000 people that are subscribed to my channel every single month. So if you want to get in front of that audience, I can do that for you. So I would say that those are the 3 big metrics you want to look for. But I'm a business owner, and my goal on YouTube was not necessarily to become super famous. My goal was to develop a lead generation source, right? And so I measure my success also in how many clicks I get to my website, and of those clicks, how many people are actually converting. I have a client right now. I've got a few clients right now, actually, but I've got a client right now, Scott Weiss, of Weiss Financial Group, and we're measuring his success in how many people call him or click on his landing pages. So he's not interested in necessarily becoming this super famous financial YouTuber, although deep down he really does like that. I'm telling him you're the next Dave Ramsey, dude. Like, keep going. But he gets phone calls where I saw your videos, right? And that's what he's looking for, and that's what keeps him coming back to my private training group. So
and I love that you mentioned that. And I love that you mentioned that because I feel that it's all about the visibility with videos. And I think that is why video marketing is really ranking up there in the, and any search engine just because of how visible it is. And it's just about using it as a tool to generate leads and get people to call, hey, I saw you on Owen's show, or I saw you on Zach's show, you know, and that kind of thing, which is really cool. And that's the reason why we use it. So Owen, I know you're going to start a show coming up soon in about 15 minutes. You all be sure to go and check Owen's show out. But where will that be, Owen?
Yeah, you can go to thebusinessofvideopodcast.com and you can follow the links there to subscribe. The website is up. It's not necessarily up to date, but we wanted to have that available. You can also subscribe to the show on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or anywhere else that websites or that podcasts are being played. And you can, of course, check out the YouTube channel. Just visit thevideospot.net/YouTube. And you'll go right to my channel. You can check out our playlist there. We've got a lot of stuff on Facebook ads. We have a lot of stuff on growing a YouTube channel for business people. We've got a lot of stuff on how to use live streaming and how to go live. So I think you'll really enjoy the channel if you're a business professional.
Whoop, whoop. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So, folks, we actually have Owen's information on screen right now. So be sure to go check out his information. And I know I will get help from Crystal to drop in the link for Owen's show just now. Or Owen, you can type in the comments on the site bar right here. And then we'll make sure that we share it out on Facebook too. Owen, I just want to say thank you for being here with us today. You got up early and then you had your allergies going on and you just like tried to calm us down, but it didn't work, buddy. But we were just like, no, it won't work because we have a lot of energy, adrenaline in this show. I just want to say thank you again for sharing all your awesome wisdom about starting a YouTube channel for business. And I hope to see you around. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be here. Nice to hang out with you both. I need this. I don't even need coffee in the morning. I just...
You just call them out and go like, hey, girl, what you doing? I'm like, yeah, you ready? Yes.
Wake me up before you go.
There you go. Thank you, Owen. And I hope to follow you on your show next. Thanks. See ya.
Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
So, folks, again, this is Owen's information. You can go ahead and connect with him on Facebook and also Twitter at Owen Video X. Woohoo! And then I just want to share a little bit of our information coming up. Where to find us? For some of you who are brand new to the show, where to find us? Join us here Wednesdays on MomentumTribe.live at 11:30 a.m. New York time, 8:30 a.m. LA time, 4:30 p.m. UK time. Whoop whoop! And join us and have a conversation about creating your own momentum. This is exciting, right, Crystal? Because we came in thinking like, oh my God, okay, well, we're going to do a YouTube channel. Hello, right? So this is awesome because we needed to know. I think it's important. And I love what Owen shared with us today. And he said, one of the things is creating that playlist. Start there. If you need to find a way to organize your channels, this is the time to do it. Start off with a playlist. So have you started doing the playlist? Was that relatable to what you're doing on your own YouTube channel?
There are so many strategies, different tips and strategies that Owen gave that I am personally not doing. So now I know where to go back and start, that process in order to get on the correct track.
Right. So that being said, everybody, wanted to share more information. If you haven't already done so, go to our website. We are MomentumTribe.com. Here's what we're launching to do in the fall. So if you've watched our other shows, we are offering, actually, we're about to launch this in I think September. What we're offering to do is people come and ask us, how can we hang out with you more, and get more information about what you guys are doing. So here, we're offering free premium membership right now. If you sign up by August 31st, what I mean by sign up is just register for free. Go to bit.ly/MTPremium and we'll put links in comments on Facebook too, so you can get more information. And if you're trying to wonder like, hey, okay, why the Momentum Tribe? So we help you really create momentum, take actions, get results. One of the biggest thing that people forget is in order to do this, right, Crystal, we have to have our own dream team, because without a dream team, you ain't gonna go anywhere. Nope. So be sure to go to bit.ly/MTPremium. And what happens is when you do this, you will get actually free access till end of the year to get a preview of what you're going to get in fall. And then, we can start rocking that butt, people, and start making some moolah and get your momentum and action plans to soar. Well, Crystal, what do you have on your schedule today, you busy mom?
I'm busy. That's what I have. I don't even know where to begin.
She goes, I just have busy. And busy works, actually. Well, that being said, I just want to say thank you to all of you for being here with us today. And I just want to say thank you personally, Crystal, for helping me co-host the show. And I know we will have you back sometime soon.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Yes, I know you know what, folks, she's a good host, a good co-host. Give her a hand. Yay!
Thank you.
Before she knows it, August will be done and she'll go back to work because kids are going to be back in school, right? And you're going to go like, okay, I need something to do. And I'll be like, hey, come back. All right, Crystal and everybody else out there, this has been, I can't even talk now. This has been the Momentum Tribe Mojo Show weekly live cast. That's all about helping you create the momentum and also take actions to help you get results. We'll see you next time. We're here Wednesdays, 11:30 a.m. New York time. Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.